Okay, this is 711 Oak Avenue, and I'm Janella Loy. I'm at the University of California, Davis in entomology, and my husband and I, Scott Carroll, have been obsessively gardening ever since we got out of graduate school and needed a outlet for our interest in the natural world. So we've planted a garden, and Scott's done brickwork and built adobe walls and built arches in the garden, and sometimes we have as many as 700 species of plants. So after many years of traveling, I believe it's more like 400. But we've been trying to recreate the tropics, where we would prefer to be most of the time and are about half the time. So we have this extremely complex, labor-intensive hobby garden here in Davis, California, in the close to subtropics. How's that? Near the house are food plants, and so in our potted plants I have not only herbs, but in my water feature I have watercress, which I've really enjoyed. And with the watercress I now have a really good crop of native tadpoles that are the California western tree frog that's common in all the West, but this is a California native frog. And I'm able to keep these in my yard because I do not have mosquito fish. I use mosquito dunks, which are Bacillus thuringiensis, to kill the mosquitoes. And thus I'm able to have frogs. Here, and pick the leaves and make tea if I have trouble sleeping. This is for sleeping. And this one is dill, which of course I use in the salad all the time, but I like to grow it up because it also attracts tiger swallowtails. So many of these pots have edibles in them.
With the staircase, is there a story behind it?
Oh, there is. It's a really good story. We had always loved spiral staircases, and we have a trellis that's so solid state that we can go up there. And we have the grapes to pick up there, and one of the neighbors pulled this spiral staircase out of his house.
Wow.
And wanted to get rid of it, and another neighbor told us, and we went over and got this free spiral staircase from a neighbor. So this is an old Oak Street College Park spiral staircase.
No way.
That has been in this district for many decades. It got moved to get another place, and it fit perfectly. We love it.
I knew it had a history.
We love it. Its drawback is that the cats in the neighborhood just think it's the greatest thing in the world to go up this staircase and spend time on the roof fighting.
Yeah.
I just think it's so beautiful to see those roses with that blue palm. We love the blue palms, and they have a story too. We got the seeds for these blue palms in Catavina Canyon in Baja more than 20 years ago, and we grew these from seed. These are more than 20 years old, our blue palms. And someday when we're old, this yard will be all trees and we won't be able to garden at all, but we'll be too old to do it anyway.
In Kailua, where we lived, none of my neighbors ever gardened. And I thought it was such a shame, you know.
Yeah, in
so
this climate.
what they do is they hire gardeners. But I think that there's something about going back in the yard and gardening, you really start appreciating a lot more.
It does. It's a meditation. It gets you quiet. It's good for your blood pressure, and it also makes you understand your relationship with your personal ecology. You have a relationship with your environment, and it's your yard.
Yeah.
I see a lot of weeds. I'm gonna have to get back to work.
Okay.